Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the... A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. Banchero plays the 4 with Carter Jr. at center. At the 2 and the 3, it's Suggs and Wagner. And it's Skinny in at the point guard position. And for the Jazz, we've got George, Lauri Markkanen out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Taylor in at the 3, the small forward. Out of the gate, some guys tend to start strong, Grant. Others take a little time to warm up. Which group did you align with?
Yeah, good question, B.A. You know, I always liked to start the season strong. And a lot of it goes into your preparation. What are you doing in the offseason? Are you ready when we get into training camp, the preseason? You know, all of that building to opening night and really establishing yourself within the team and also throughout the league right from the gates.
And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now here's Grant from downtown. It's rebounded by Banchero. Wagner outside. On the wing, Suggs. There's the 3. Offensive board. And Banchero gets it to go.
Wow, what a play by Banchero. That's about want to right there. Gets after the offensive glass.
Grant, the pass to Markkanen. Pass to Taylor. Tries again. And it's Markkanen with the bucket inside.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
3 points.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Up top, Grant. Kessler with it. Carter's there. Kessler, no good.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Wagner outside. Pass to Suggs. There's the triple. Here's Banchero. And no good.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
One constant we've seen from Utah in recent years is a nice balance of offense and defense.
That was certainly the case, B.A., under Quinn Snyder. And the beauty is you have now installed a brilliant young coach in Will Hardy. He exceeded expectations in his first year, and I can't wait to see what develops as his career continues.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls. Well, Doris, no playoffs for the Magic last season. Should fans be excited about the years to come?
Oh, B.A., no question. They have got a tremendous young core. So now the question is, how quickly does that core develop and can they stay healthy? But no question, the future is bright.
And so Grant nails them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Skinny passes to Carter. And there's the lob. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Carter Jr. rises up, gets the ball mid-flight, and sends it home.
Grant outside. Takes it inside. No luck on that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. Orlando's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Tries from 6 feet. Suggs with the bucket.
Now, Jalen Suggs understands that in the painted area, you've got to bring a level of focus and finishing ability. He does both.
Now here's Markkanen. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Markkanen's gotten his second bucket on the night. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to Skinny. Rebound, Utah. Grant outside. Throws it up high.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Orlando leading. Driving inside. Oh! And he jams it home with authority.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Utah calls time here. When it comes to the Utah Jazz, it's evident that they are in rebuild mode.
Yeah, you know, B.A., after trading away both Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in the summer of 22, the Jazz are focused on starting new and building a team with young talent.
Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. 5th, the Jazz.
Their effort on the boards was a point of pride for them. They play a physical style, and it served them well.
George scanning the floor. Unloads from 13. Got a hand on it. Wagner outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That's a big-time finish by Franz Wagner. Might be young, but he is undeterred.
Grant outside. It's George on the wing. Let's see the stat sheet here for Franz Wagner.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. 7-point differential. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Let's go with a three, and the basket by Taylor.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Magic have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
George outside. Into the lane. And George with the jam.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Now Banchero. Coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And the
wow!
My goodness. goodness, get him in the dunk contest. A little sizzle on the finish by Paolo.
Grant outside. Pass to Kessler. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to his spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Skinny passes to Carter. Count it.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Magic?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Clarkson's checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for George. Unlike a lot of drafts, Grant, there wasn't a clear first overall pick in 2022 for the Magic.
Yeah, but I do think they nailed it, taking Paolo Banchero, a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero was Rookie of the Year, and he's certainly a player you can build around.
Taylor passes to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And it's Clarkson missing.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Carter. And another miss by Orlando.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Clarkson finds Grant. Here's Taylor. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Skinny. Banked it in off the glass. Skinny's got 9.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Here's Grant. Outside for Sexton. Markkanen outside. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. He has 7.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Carter. Here's Skinny. Offensive rebound. And Wagner gets it to go. And the Magic lead by 5.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Clarkson outside. To the wing, right side. Grant outside. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
That one falls. Now it's a 7-point Orlando lead. Utah's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Taylor. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Here's Skinny. Checked by Sexton. Carter can't get it to go.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Orlando calls timeout. And Doris, we've seen Lauri Markkanen reach new heights as of late.
We have BA, and remember, early in his career, you saw flashes of what was the potential here. Everyone knew Lauri had talent. It's amazing when you find the right situation and then start to consistently play at a high level nightly. The confidence through the roof. Lauri has turned himself into a force.
The Jazz making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Wagner. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Wagner inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Pass to Black. Clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here. Wagner. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Magic lead by 7. Grant outside from deep. Orlando grabs the miss.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Out left to the wing. Black passes to Caldwell Pope. That's tipped. Grant with a steal. Markkanen outside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to
first.
Sexton.
2 minutes.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac. You know, when analyzing the game of Colin Sexton, this is a guy who can score from all 3 levels, Grant.
You know, this is what his team has asked him to do, to be aggressive on offense and to shoot the ball with confidence too, B.A.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Sexton. Grant, it's fair to say this Magic team is still coming into its own as far as the youth on the roster.
Yeah, not a lot of NBA service time up and down the roster, but tons and tons of talent. I mean, they've done very well constructing the roster. Now to develop it, and they'll see the wins pile up.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And Grant, despite the lack of a superstar offensive weapon, the Jazz, one of the more efficient offenses.
Yeah, B.A. In 2 areas where they separate themselves, they shoot a ton of threes, and they do a really good job tracking down those long rebounds on the offensive glass. Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
The 3, Sexton. Orlando grabs the miss. 1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Driving in. And that one's long. Utah trailing here. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Grant. 17 points in his last outing. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's tenacious, hitting from the perimeter while drawing the foul.
And Doris, when the Utah Jazz traded away Rudy Gobert, some questioned if it was the right move.
Well, some may have questioned it, but I believe it was correct. They had maximized that roster and hadn't gotten to where they wanted to go. You get 4 unprotected picks and a pick swap, that sets them up nicely for the future.
What's up?
That one falls for Grant. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. 3-point lead. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Launches the 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end. He comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Fires from 14. Shots good by Black. And the Magic lead by 5.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
Pass to Clarkson. Here's the 3. And the three-pointer goes.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Floats one, and Wagner gets it to go.
Just such a true scorer. Franz Wagner knows how to get the ball in the cup.
Here's Grant from behind the arc. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Magic out in front, up by 4, and the second quarter is on its way when we return. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 4-point game. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. We've got Banchero. Mo Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Skinny in at the 1.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Grant with it. Kessler up top. Marking it outside. Grant. And it's in there. Grant's got 8.
It's not just the decision-making. It's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Lauri Markkanen has become the go-to scorer for the Jazz. Coach Will Hardy said, quote, "It's not easy going from being a role player to being the guy. There's an emotional part of being counted on like this, and he's handled it very well. To have the evolution that he has had is something that he should be very, very proud of." Brian?
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Allie. Good stuff there. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. The 4th spot held by the Jazz.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Here's Skinny.
Well, tremendous job by Markkanen defensively. Use your size to make it tough on that offensive player.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
For 3. It's hauled in by Isaac.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Hey, great D that time from Grant.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10 frame to send it back.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here. Doris, we live in the era of advanced analytics. Numbers about everything. You think there's a stat that deserves more love?
You are so right about the analytics. They can tell us what the high-value shots are, what kinds of players you'd like to have on the offensive end. Here's the one thing teams struggle with: how to define quality defense. And the challenge is the floor is so spaced and the shooting is so good that perhaps we need to come up with different metrics to define good defense. That's one key area.
That free throw good from Isaac. You know, when Isaac tore his ACL in 2019, it was a long road back for him, Doris.
You know what, B.A., it's hard for me to imagine a young player experiencing more tough injuries than Jonathan Isaac. What I appreciate is his willingness to fight through whatever has been put before him. There's a real mental toughness and a real grit that this guy possesses, and obviously a love for the game.
Sexton, that's good.
Well, Colin Sexton working this shot into his basketball game, such a critical aspect for him to have.
Here's Skinny. Check by Sexton. Count that one. Skinny's got 11.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Clarkson for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Isaac's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Here's Banchero. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That's his first personal
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
At the line for the Magic, Paolo Banchero. At the line for 1.
Despite the fact that he's highly skilled, Paolo Banchero also plays with this relentless energy you love.
And Utah calls time here. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
They really struggled to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
Down low. Up top, George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis. To the paint. Here's Isaac. The shot no good. Clarkson with the defensive effort. Knocked away. It's stolen by Isaac. Banchero right side. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
George outside, looking to end the run. Here's Kessler, and it's rejected. Isaac against Sexton. Isaac, the pass to Skinny. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. Skinny's got 13 now.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, 13 feet out. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Now a timeout called by Utah.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And here's Sexton. He has 6. A shot to stop the run. And the layup is good. Give him 8 points now.
Well, Colin Sexton's ability to dribble drive is probably his greatest asset. What a pretty move.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Kessler. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Banchero outside. Inside. It's intercepted. Kessler with it. Wagner picks him up to the inside. And there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist by Sexton.
Jordan Clarkson has the kind of speed and athleticism to get out in transition and be a problem.
Banchero outside. Here's Caldwell Pope, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now Clarkson. He's got 5. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Skinny. Check by Sexton. Yes, it's good. Skinny's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And the basket by Taylor.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
Well, Orlando's shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. Up top, Isaac. Utah with the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Great open look there. Clarkson's got 7 points.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
And the Magic call time here. Some players just have an innate knack for scoring the ball, Grant. Jordan Clarkson, definitely one of them.
Yeah, absolutely, B.A. That jump shot has to be honored. And because of that, he's able to get inside and create for himself and others.
Different look for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Clarkson, and Grant is subbed in for Sexton. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Five to shoot. Here's Skinny. Shot's no good. 7 for 13 now in this game. And so Grant will bring it up for the Jazz. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball, and right now he's got his rhythm going.
Skinny passes to Batadze. The kick out to Banchero. Banchero driving hard. And again, another missed shot.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Skinny. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pass to Taylor. George with it. Out to the right wing. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Skinny. That one doesn't go. Shooting 8 for 15 now. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. And here's Grant from the arc. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Skinny. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And, guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
Here's Grant. Markkanen right side. Pass to Taylor. George outside. 6 on the shot clock. The jump hook. Can't get it to drop.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Over to the wing. Now here's Banchero. Oh, ripped away. To the paint. He's got a clear path. And Markkanen with the stuff.
That's showing a little bit of straight line speed. Markkanen opening up in transition. Nice.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Doris, have you seen those Lowry Bird nicknames being thrown around for Markkanen?
I have not, BA, but really, if you think about both the size of Lowry Markkanen, the position he plays, the numbers he's starting to generate, and obviously the shooting, you could see some general comparison to Larry Bird. And give Lowry credit. I mean, he stepped up and started to deliver in a big way.
Pass to Banchero. Wagner with it. Here's Suggs. Gets a very good look and converts. Suggs has gotten his second bucket of the game.
You see Suggs' willingness on the catch to be ready to release quickly. You've got to be decisive, and he was.
To the left side wing. Here's Taylor. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Now here's Wagner. 23 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
And for the Berlin native, Franz Wagner. His NBA career is off to a terrific start.
Yeah, at 6'10", he's extremely versatile. He's already a talented scorer at all 3 levels. Plus, he's able to put the ball on the floor and create for his teammates.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
Grant outside. And that one's good. Now 4 for 10.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Wagner, left side. Takes a turnaround, Jay. They grab their own miss. Banchero from close range.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
1:27 left to play in the second quarter. Taylor passes to George. And there's the drive. Here's Taylor. No good. Nice D from Wagner.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Here's Grant. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando leading. Here's Wagner. The shot won't fall. Utah's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. And it's good. 2 points. Taylor's got 18.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Here's Wagner. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now. And so Grant will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. "11 seconds left in the first half of this one. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's the Orlando Magic up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. Checking out the Magic. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes that commitment to attack in the painted area. When you get those high percentage looks, good things to happen.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, it's never fun. When you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. We've got Walker Kessler, George out there with Lauri Markkanen, and it's Taylor in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah right now. Nice shot by Skinny.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Grant outside. High post Kessler. Markkanen outside. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. All right, a chance to check out the Orlando Magic's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. Shot clock at 3, and here's Grant from the arc. It's hauled in by Skinny.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Well, the Jazz shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Now here's Grant, tightly guarded. Good. Grant's got 15.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. Boy, that's a terrific start right there.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
At the line for the Magic, Franz Wagner.
One shot.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A new-look Jazz roster seemed primed for a rebuild, but they're winning games. Coach Will Hardy said, I think it's amazing that this group has figured out a way to put personal agendas aside and go out and compete every night.
Well, he's been a big part of it, Allie. Thank you. And Banchero outside. Here's Carter. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Kessler. Stolen by Carter. Here's Banchero. No good that time. Some solid defense from Markkanen. The Jazz have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. The 7-footer, Markkanen using that length.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Skinny. Drives to the hoop. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And he's able to get it back. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Up top, Banchero. It's guarded by Markkanen. Outside Carter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Markkanen, the pass to Graham. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You can see the feel Franz Wagner has for the game. Just great vision right there.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Down by 12. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Here's Carter. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup. Carter's got 13 now.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Now a timeout called by Utah.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team giving up a bunch of second chance points. That's going to be the main topic during this timeout.
in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Grant outside. From 8 feet, Kessler. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 6 points for him.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Pass to Carter. Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Tipped away. Down low. No one near him. And off the glass. That one's good. Suggs has got 8 points.
Let's not forget, Jalen Suggs is a great football player growing up. He is not afraid to mix it up down low. Here's Grant. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
That one falls for Grant. Well, Orlando's shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. Here's Carter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
The flat-out hustle of Wendell Carter Jr. is something you have to appreciate.
I think, B.A., we can all appreciate a hard-playing big man. But you have to remember, Wendell Carter Jr. has now proven himself to be a legit threat from three. He rebounds it nightly on a consistent basis, and that offensive game is getting better and better.
The first free throw is good.
Well, we know Wendell Carter Jr. offers a lot on the offensive end. This guy's got to continue to improve as a low-post defender.
Good on both. Utah has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Clarkson outside. Three-pointer, no good. And here are the Magic now. They led by as many as 18. Yep, count it. Carter's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Pass to Markkanen. Over Carter. The Jazz again can't hit.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Wagner against Clarkson. Wagner, right side. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
It is always so fun to watch a guy with a well-rounded offensive game heat up. Mr. Franz Wagner, welcome to the party.
Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. And he lobs it up.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Isaac comes in for Banchero.
Jonathan Isaac.
Now Here's Grant. He's covered closely. Markkanen finds Clarkson.
This, to me, is when Clarkson is at his best. When he's pushing the action, being aggressive, it carries over to the rest of the team, guys.
At the line for Utah, Jordan Clarkson.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. And this season, new post tracking technology introduced 12 cameras following the action with more fidelity than ever, Doris.
Well, Big Brother is clearly watching, BA. I guess it's called the Hawkeye system, and it has a chance to enhance analytics, to create visuals, and even someday perhaps help officiate the game. Boy, it's a brave new world out there.
Here's Skinny. 23 points in the game. Pass to Isaac. Oh, got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Here's Skinny. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Clarkson outside. Nice D from Wagner.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Markkanen's got 20 points.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Skinny passes to Wagner, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
Grant outside. Takes a three. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3. Shooting 3.
That free throw, no good. A big group substitution here for Orlando. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's Banchero over Williams. Banchero no good.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Williams passes to Sexton. Outside, Williams. Back to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Williams. Pure from three-point range. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Suggs. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And it's Clarkson missing.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Here's Black, checked by Sexton. Here's Banchero, plenty of space. It's rebounded by Grant. Grant's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Boy, the ability to get off your feet in that quick a fashion. Paolo Banchero, tough to deal with.
To the middle. Markkanen inside. Working on Banchero. And that one's good. Markkanen.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Here's Black. Checked by Sexton. Bitadze. And he converts the layup.
They have inside.
Utah has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Here's Markkanen. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I'll tell you, good physical play from Markkanen that right there. Puts the defense in a bad position and gets the whistle.
Lauri Markkanen, 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
What I'm always impressed by, guys, is Markkanen's versatility. The guy can face up and make jump shots. He can be enough of a presence on the interior that you're very comfortable with him in this modern NBA game.
Kessler, he's checked in for Grant. Markkanen hits them both. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. Driving to the back. Oh! Gets you some!
Show us some power!
How about Banchero? We know he can handle it, but folks, that is elite.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Outside Sexton. And rejected. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Third team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
For the Jazz, Taylor, he's checked in for Markkanen. And it's George in for Williams. So he gets them both. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. George with it. He's got 5. Kessler up top. Back to George. And he's going for the lob. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Banchero. Black passes to Batadze. Oh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Utah's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Clarkson. 9 points in the game. George outside, fires from deep, knocks down the long J. George has got 8.
And the shooting skill across the board for this rookie is what makes Keontae George so difficult to defend.
And so it's Orlando with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And for the Jazz, they're shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Paolo Banchero is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Suggs, then it's Goga Batadze, and it's Black in at the point.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Pass to Banchero from the arc. It's rebounded by George. Here's Taylor, guarded by Banchero, and he goes in for the dunk.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Black passes to Banchero. Clarkson against Caldwell-Pope, the 3 from Suggs. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs putting in the time, being diligent about becoming more consistent from three-point territory. That time, he makes it look easy.
Sexton passes to Taylor. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Caldwell-Pope against Clarkson. Here's Suggs. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
George outside. And he lobs it up top. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Suggs, the pass to Black. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Banchero. The ball's knocked loose. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Oh! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Orlando calls timeout. Indoors for the first time in league history, players can now own minority shares in NBA and WNBA teams.
NBA, obviously, this is groundbreaking in terms of the context of American sports. No other league allows for this. I am really excited to see how it plays out.
Hawkins checked in for Kessler. Williams comes in for Taylor. And Grant is subbed in for George. Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Right side, Caldwell Pope. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And he can't get that one. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And Wagner gets it to go.
That's about trusting your instincts, knowing when the shot he wants to take is there and taking it in the catch and shoot. Mr. Wagner.
Markkanen finds Williams. Back to Markkanen. Takes the three. Hits the trifecta. Markkanen's got 27 points.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Wagner inside. He's covered by Clarkson. And the shot goes. And the Magic lead by 20.
When you are in the painted area, you've got to be calm under pressure. Mr. Wagner. Yes, sir.
And he's going for the oop here. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
Skinny passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Batase. A strong finish under heavy pressure from the D.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Off target at the rim.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Wagner against Clarkson to the paint. Williams misses. The Magic have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. To the inside. And stolen by Markkanen. Right side, Sexton. Knocks it down from 7 feet.
Boy, there is strength and athleticism to be able to make contested shots. Colin Sexton, he's got both.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Skinny. 14 feet away. Utah with the rebound. Grant's got 6 rebounds in the game. Markkanen finds Grant. Now here's Williams. Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by Skinny.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Counted.
That's a great move if you can pull it off, especially against tight defense.
Boy, you got to say, Doris, in the last few years, we've seen fantastic MVP races in the league.
What we have seen, B.A., is several players, not 1 or 2, but several players play at an MVP level in multiple seasons. And to me, that adds intrigue to the end of the season. The race has really gone up to the final couple weeks of the season. Just high-level basketball, and you love that it's that competitive.
For Utah, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. Now Grant. Markkanen up top. Pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Here's Isaac. Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. And there's the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Utah has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Williams. Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. Inside. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, this is where Markkanen's feel for the game. You can put him in pick and roll. He is going to find a way to score.
Wagner outside. Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Caldwell Pope knocks down the triple. And the Magic lead by 19.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Orlando has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. And Wagner gets it to go.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Markkanen with it, working on Batase. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Markkanen's got 36 points. Skinny passes to Isaac. And here's Caldwell Pope. Fires for 3. Clarkson grabs a miss. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds now. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Here's Skinny. And a two-handed jam.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Clarkson passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stop.
This is what you hope. You want to see Markkanen mix it up on the glass, right? Keep the play alive. Make sure you convert.
And for the Magic, they're shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency. Oh, they get a hand on it. Grant with a steal.
Williams.
A different look for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Williams. Taylor comes in for Clarkson. And it's George in for Sexton. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Orlando. They lead by 17. Wagner outside to the right side. Skinny passes to Carter. It's tipped, and he recovers it. The shot off that time. Good D by Kessler. Utah has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Here's Taylor. He's checked by Carter. And the basket by Taylor. Taylor's got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
They've just been so careless with the ball, and the opposition has taken advantage of this, scoring 6 points off their miscues.
Grant outside. Drops in the layup for 2. Grant's got 11 in the second half.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. Nice shot by Skinny.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
The Jazz shooting the rock at 58%. And Utah calls time here.
Put Joseph Roth and give a big hand for your dad's team.
Let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
They were not playing well and were in desperate need of a win. He took this responsibility upon himself, and he delivered. Grant outside.
Orlando foul. Jalen Suggs. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Grant outside. And that one good. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's Skinny. He's covered by Grant. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Here's Suggs. Pass to Skinny. From deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Orlando's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Carter. Puts up the 8-footer, and again, it's Orlando converting.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Magic.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Skinny.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
It's George on the wing. He's checked by Carter. Nice shot by George.
Taking the hit, Keontae George. I mean, this guy is a shot maker. Scores when it's not easy.
Skinny passes to Banchero. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Banchero.
And they came in here with some attitude, and they brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Grant. Here's Taylor. It's rebounded by Wagner.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Skinny. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
The shirt.